Okay guys, we're going to make a cheese scone. Now for those of you that have watched my raisin scones, it's pretty much the same. 2 cups of flour. I'm going to go through this quicker than I did with the raisin one. So if you're not sure how to make scones, check out my raisin recipe because you'll see how I knead and how I bring all the dough together, okay? So this is going to be a little bit faster. Alright, so 2 cups of flour. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Again, in Ireland you won't need the baking powder because you're using self-raising flour, just in Canada. Now, we're not going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. However, I will tell you a little secret. Just add a ½ teaspoon of sugar because the cheese is salty. The sugar just breaks that saltiness up. And again, we have 4 ounces of margarine. These blocks are ideal because they come in 4 ounces, or if you're using a stork margarine, cut it in half, and that will give you your 4 ounces. Now, so I'm just going to quickly mix this through until I get a breadcrumb consistency. Again, please watch my raisin recipe to see, which gives a more in-depth description of how I do this. Okay, so now I've got a nice old forged cheddar here, and I'm going to put in just about a cup, okay? Throw in, mix it around with your hand, and same thing, ½ cup of milk. So it's very similar to the raisin recipe. We're just swapping out the raisins for cheese and reducing the sugar from 2 tablespoons to a ½ teaspoon. There goes our egg. Get a fork. Mix it through. Okay, so now we're going to put half of it in. And mix it around. We're going to add another bit. Mix it around. And now, again, I'm going to use my hand to pull it all together. Okay. So again, same thing, you don't want it too wet because that makes them quite dense. In fact, better that they're a little dry than too wet. Now, this mixture is actually a little bit drier than my raisin one, but it's fine. I'm not going to add any more liquid. So I'm just going to flour my countertop to take out my dough. Together and put a little bit on top, and I'm going to knead. Now because this isn't as wet, it's going to take a little bit more kneading than the raisin ones. And I just committed a mortal sin. The one thing that I forgot to do is turn my oven on, and that's vital. So let's put on my oven. Just to recap, 190 in Ireland, 380 in Canada if you have a fan or convection oven, 200 in Ireland, 400 in Canada if you have a regular oven. Okay, so as you can see, this is needing a little bit more kneading, pardon the pun. Okay, so to flatten it out. Actually, so flatten it out again. I'm going to get our cutter. Same size as I had for the raisin scones. Remember I spoke about the air? Well, there's a lot of air in this one. So that's actually, the drier they are, the better they really are. So you can hear that trapped air again. Now let's bring it back together. Here's flatten it out. I can never tell how many scones I'm going to get. Sometimes I get 9, sometimes I get 10. So there's a little too much probably. Oh no, that's perfect. So remember last time, I just put the last piece in like that and then just turn it over. Okay, so I'm going to turn down my soup. Just let it simmer. And I'm going to lay out our scones. So I got one less than I got for my raisin scones. Okay, now same thing. We're going to brush the top with the leftover milk and egg. If you don't have any leftover milk and egg, just put a little bit of milk in the bottom and brush the top. Okay. Hey guys, so my oven is heated, so I'm just going to throw my scones in. Same thing, middle of the oven. I'm going to time it for 20 minutes and I'll be back to you when they're ready. Okay, the scones are ready now guys. Same thing, I turned them after 15 minutes and these ones I gave them an extra 2 minutes. So they actually look delicious. So these are our cheese scones and we're going to cool them on our tray. So if you want to come around, Kieran, I'm just going to demonstrate again. Like with the raisin scones, you want to hear that hollow sound. So now you know they're done. Because they were a little drier, see how beautifully they rose? Okay. And same thing. Don't leave them cool for a couple of minutes because otherwise they'll be soggy in the middle when you open them. So we'll be back to you in a couple of minutes and we're going to serve our soup and our cheese scones. Okay guys, I've served my soup. It's in my bowl with my cheese scone. And just the last step, just take a spoon of sour cream and just drop it into the middle of your soup. And if you like, because I didn't put any salt in the soup when it depends on how much salt you like, but just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt over the top. And do salt to taste. Some people, we don't use a lot of salt in this house, but I know some people like salt, so it does bring the flavours out. So I will just actually show you the scones. So if I open them up, you see how lovely and soft they are on the inside, and just put some butter on them and enjoy. See you next time. Bye.